I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein from USC in Los Angeles. I am commenting about the boondoggle of high-speed rail. With this, I hope it's in sight, the government doesn't have to do market research. That's because the government doesn't ever lose money. It spends money that it collects in taxes by the power of force, ultimately a gun pointed at taxpayers who might be reluctant and want to withhold some stuff. You can't do that. So the need for market research, which I think is still high, isn't done. Were any Californians, before the high-speed rail project was approved, ever surveyed this way? If you wanted to travel from San Francisco to Los Angeles and had the choice of plane versus rail and compared the costs and the times, would you choose the rail? Now, the costs, about even, okay? Plane travel, pretty cheap now. No stops when you are flying just point to point 380 miles. The convenience, pretty high because you're not likely taking baggage, but even if you are, it's an extra, 20 minutes at the baggage claim. Cost, about the same. Time, more than double. Okay, more than double. 2 hours and 40 minutes is the estimated time once this high-speed rail gets going. Even with TSA, even with a seating in the lobby area before you can board a plane, even with tarmac time, you're still about half the time when you fly versus when you take the train. So who would take the train? I know nobody. And I don't think government surveyors know anybody who would say, yes, I will routinely take the train. Okay, maybe once for the experience. Okay, do something different. Think about individual types of travelers. Okay, San Francisco to LA, about 400 miles. By car, there's two types of people who drive alone that kind of distance. One, people like driving. Two, people who need a car at the other spot. So if they were to fly, then they have to go through a rental process. Some people are too young to rent, so they are stuck with the car. Could those few people be giving up for the train? No, because again, they're stuck needing car rental on the other end. Now, families could be enticed to, instead of plane travel, go on a train, but that too requires stationary once you get there. So you're left with the occasional business traveler, and the way business is budgeted, they don't want to spend double the time when their traveler is unproductive. So who's left? Almost nobody. If they get more than 500 passengers per day each way in year 1 and 2, I will be totally surprised. I think even the planners might be surprised because, once again, they wouldn't care if the numbers are especially low. I come from Connecticut, where a busway was created by the Connecticut authorities without regard to what people's real commuting habits are. And now, 10 years into this lovely busway, ridership is in the single digits on a given bus. Okay, it is so rare to ever find somebody with 10 or a bus carrying 10 or more people on any portion. No way do they go all the way coast to or end to end with their 10 passengers. It is a boondoggle, but at least in Connecticut, it was not that expensive. In California, $112 billion and counting, okay? Enough to fund everybody on the USC undergrad campus for the next 97 years. That's what's been extracted from California taxpayers. Oh, it comes out to about $12,000 per taxpaying household. That's your government at work with no market research needed because they are above it. We should be defunding government. And when you defund them and only use government for the things that they exclusively do better than any private outfit, you have a better republic. I'm Mark Stewart.